Today we are on page 3 of Value Me, Benefits of Being a Highly Sensitive Professional. This is chapter 7. It's all about setting yourself up for success. In this chapter, we're looking at what you can do to set yourself up for success. You may feel powerless to change anything when you work for an organization, but even small changes can have a big impact. When you take the approach of setting yourself up for success rather than trying to fit into everyone else's idea of success, you'll find that you attract more of the perfect opportunities, people, and resources that you need. You'll want to know what you need in order to be at your best, and then look for ways to accommodate those needs so you can be most successful. For example, if you know that you work best when you have no distractions or interruptions, think about ways you can incorporate those opportunities into your day. Perhaps you could work in an unused conference room, or perhaps you could put a do not disturb sign on the outside of your cubicle whenever you really need to focus. So, what do you need in order to be at your best? How do you like to work? Some people like total quiet. Others work well with some kind of sound going on in the background. Some can't work in a cluttered environment. So if you want to set yourself up for success, it's important that you're aware of what helps you to be at your best, and then you can explore how you might be able to incorporate that. One highly sensitive person I spoke with told me how she used to work at a call center. There were 75 people in the room. It was all open plan, and everyone was on the phone and talking at the same time. She found it very difficult to concentrate in this kind of environment. I think many of us would. There was just too much going on around her, and it made it difficult to do her job. There was nowhere else she could go, and her boss wasn't really open to making any changes or exceptions for her. So she got creative. The only way she found that she could do her job effectively was to sit underneath her desk. And so that's where she made her calls. Now, that's definitely not ideal, but it's the only way she found that she could succeed at what she was doing. And she was consistently the top performer. She found a way to set herself up for success. Another person was responsible for organizing and presenting training programs for the employees of a company. Now, her work environment was very busy and quite noisy with a large open plan office. So as a highly sensitive person, she was very sensitive to the noise, to the smells, and all the activity that was going on around her. And she knew that when she was putting together the training programs, she really needed a quiet environment. When she was working in the office and trying to do that, her work seemed to take longer and it was more difficult than she felt it should be. Now, she explained this to her boss and she proposed that she work from home 3 days each week, and the other 2 days she would come into the office. She asked if she could do this for a trial period just to see if it did really help her productivity. Well, of course it did. She felt much better. She accomplished much more with greater efficiency. And of course, her boss was very happy. She knew what would help her do her best work, and she asked for it. Now, I work from home, but the same thing applies. I know that I'm less efficient and productive, actually, when I'm sitting at a desk. I do have an office at home with a very nice desk, but sitting at a desk just feels too restrictive to me. I much prefer to move around, to work in different parts of my home at different times, and I'm fortunate enough to be able to do that. Now, this probably wouldn't work for most people, but it does work really well for me. So these are examples of setting yourself up for success so that you can do your best work and be at your best. But first, you have to know what helps you to be at your best. So is there something that would help you to be more successful and happier at what you do? As the saying goes, if you set yourself up for success, really anything is possible. Next time, we'll move on to Chapter 8, which expands on this just a little bit more. Until then, I hope you enjoy Value Me Benefits of Being a Highly Sensitive Professional.